Alright guys, welcome to today's video where we are going to be going over the Over-the-Wire Bandit war games. This is kind of like a cool little capture the flag type of thing. It's aimed at absolute beginners, so if I click over here, let's just go to the main page. So it's aimed at absolute beginners, right? And it teaches the basics needed to be able to play other war games or capture the flags, I guess, or you know, if you're trying to learn the basics of Linux, that's a great place to start. And so, also if you're trying to get into capture the flags, it's also a great thing because it is basically a capture the flag. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I fully recorded this video and then I realized that I wasn't recording. So cool. But now we're gonna basically do all of that again. So the first level, level 0. The goal of this level is for you to log into the game using SSH. The host to which you need to connect is right here and on port 2220. The username is bandit0 and the password is bandit0. So SSH guys, so let's SSH. We're just gonna do a little bandit0 at bandit labs bandit.labs.overthewire.org -p for port 2220, and this should give us a password prompt, and I just typed bandit0 as the password, and we're in. So okay, looking at this, is a quick ls, which is basically what ls does is it lists all the files in the directory, and we got a file here called readme. So let's read it. So we're just going to cat the readme file. And here we go. Congratulations on your first steps into the Bandit game. Please make sure you have read the rules over here. And if you are following a course, whatever, we don't read the rules over here. I'm not going to read those right now, but you should read the rules. Alright, so now that we're done that, this is, let me just pull up a note. Okay, so pull up a note because I'm going to store the passwords in the note. And when you do this, guys, you should honestly be taking notes as well. There's probably going to be some things that you want to remember in the future. When I planned this video, I literally referred to my old notes and kind of helped me put this together. So here we are with the first password, and now let's get into the next level. What is going on here? What?
2,000 years later.
Okay, so now bandit1, let's paste in the password that we just got from the last level, and we're in. Let's clear the terminal, and let's read it first before we start doing anything. So the password for the next level is stored in a file called dash, located in the home directory. So let's have a look. So here's the file called dash, and let's just try to cat the file just like we did the readme. And oh,
Baba Booey.
Okay. There's obviously a problem here. We can't cat the file and we can't read the file. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this little adjustment. So this is basically gonna allow us to read the file. And after we add that little adjustment, bang, here we are. The next password is there. So let me just paste that over here. And awesome, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here we are. I'm just going to paste in the password, and there it is. Oh, let's read it first before we start doing that. So the password for the next level is stored in a file called -- spaces in this file name, located in the home directory. So let's try again. Let's just try cat it. You know what? Let's do this because I don't feel like typing it out. So copy the file name exactly, cat, we'll paste the file name, and unrecognized option. So that gives you a little bit of a hint of what the problem could be. So it's reading spaces as an option because of the dashes here. And there is also space in the file name, so we have to do two things in order to get around this, right? And I'll show you them right now. So we're gonna do cat dash dash, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna tell the cat command that there's no more options after these two dashes. Then we're just gonna do double quotes. I think you could do single quotes as well, and then paste in the file name exactly. And now, there we go. Now we can read the file name, no problem. We can get the password. Whoops, we can get the password, and I'm just gonna paste it over here. And perfect. So let's move on to the next. Okay, so here we are. Let's just paste in the password here. Let's clear that. Let's have a look. 3 to 4. The password for the next level is stored in a hidden file in the in here directory. So let's have a look. So there's a directory. Let's clear this out now. So yeah, it's hidden. There's absolutely apparently no files in this directory. But when we do ll instead of ls, we get a different output. So what ll does is it kind of gives you a more in-depth look into the files. So here we have the permissions, the owner, and who has access to the files. And I guess these are hidden files that we couldn't see before. So now that we can see them, and I use ll quite a bit. So I'm just going to copy the file name, exactly, cat, paste, and there we go. Just going to copy and paste this password. And that was level 3. Let's move on to level 4. So, there it is. Let's paste in the password. Okay. And honestly, you guys should probably read this because sometimes there's like clues to the levels or like important tidbits of information. So you should definitely read through this. I'm not going to because I don't read. But oh shit. It says don't post spoilers. Oh well. Anyways, so Bandit 4 to 5. The password for the next level is stored in the only human readable file in the in here directory. That's interesting. Let's cd into this file. Let's clear. And damn, that is a lot of files. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make use of the file command. And so we're going to do file, this, all. And what this is going to do is it's going to run the file command on all. This means everything. And this means in this directory. So // right? So now it's going to run the file command on every single file in this directory. And there we go. So this file is data. This is a PGP key, 2 of them. And there's more data, but this one is ASCII text, which is kind of exactly what we're looking for. So let's copy this file name. And if you remember it from like level 2, you have to, because there's a dash in front of it, there's a certain, wait, I'll just show you guys. It's not going to be able to read it, right? But what we can do, from just like the last level, or whatever level that was, just put // in front of it, and now we can cat the file. And there's a password. Yeah, I'm just going to paste this over here. And okay, cool, let's move on. Oh, whoops. So, Bandit 5. Let's paste the password. And for this level, boys and girls, let's have a read first. So the password for the next level is stored in a file somewhere under the in here directory and has all of the following properties. So it's human readable, it's 1033 bytes in size, and it's not executable. So that's 3 things that we can, I guess, use to decipher which file it is. So let's just have a look. Nice little directory here. Let's have a look here. And there's tons and tons of directories in here. So let's, I don't know, let's go into 08. Let's have a look what's in 08. And tons of files. So that is not great because I don't want to be looking through each and every file. And I'm sure you don't want to do that either. But luckily for us, there is an easier way to do this. And I actually have the command copy typed out already from my notes that I made when I actually did this, because it is quite a handful. So again, we're going to be using the find command, and we're going to do this directory. So I'm in the in here directory that contains all of this. Type F size 1033C. And this is basically telling it that it's 1033 bytes in size. This means we're looking for a file that is not executable right here, okay? So let's run the command and see what we get. And there we go. So here we have a directory and a file. And assuming that everything went well, when I copy this and I try to cat it, there it is. Password's right there. I'm gonna copy this and put it in my note, and there we go. So that's 5 levels done. I'm gonna stop here for today. What is that, 11 minutes? Not bad. Not too long of a video. It's pretty good. That is all for today. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that when you're doing this, please, and I can't stress it enough, take notes, okay? Because you might want to come back to it one day and have a look at what you did. You know, maybe you can write down your thought process a little bit. And don't be afraid to reach out. You know, you can like look online for help, read the man pages of each of the commands that you're going to use. You know, join the Discord as well. There's tons of help there. But yeah, that is all for today. Okay, here's a little help page if you need help. It's normal to get stuck on a level. You will, because unless you're Linux Jesus, you're gonna get stuck on a level. But yeah, so there it is. There's a Discord. Oh, but yeah, that is all for today, guys. And please like, subscribe, share, and dislike if you didn't like the video. But that is all for today. Thank you.